The parents of a 22-year-old American being held in North Korea are pleading for the Trump administration to help rescue their son. We have heard his story. His name is Otto Warmbier. He is making a tearful confession in this video. This happened in court last year. Listen.
I beg that you see how I am only human. How I have made the worst mistake of my life.
Bless his heart, Otto was sentenced to 15 years of hard labor for apparently trying to take a propaganda poster from a hotel. And his parents haven't seen or heard from their child in 16 months. His parents are here now. Cindy and Fred Warmbier, thank you so much for joining us and telling your story.
Thank you.
First of all, Cindy, I'm reading about your son. What an amazing guy. He went to UVA. He was salutatorian of his high school. Tell us more about him.
Otto was just special in the way that he viewed the world, and he studied hard, but he also had this curiosity about other cultures. So he was going to Singapore and Hong Kong with UVA, and he found this tour group. So there was a Young Pioneers tour group, and he asked our permission to go with the tour group, and they had always brought everyone back, and this is the first time anyone's been detained from a tour group.
But more importantly, Otto's the kind of son, he would call us 2 to 3 times a week before this. And when I see the picture of Otto giving on TV with that confession, that's not the image that I have of my son in my heart. And it's very hard, and we don't watch that very often. The image I have of my son, who is a good kid, is playing soccer 3 short years ago in high school.
Yeah. My heart goes out to you because I'm a parent, and you know, you're in college, you want to give your kids a better life than you had. He wants to study abroad. How amazing is that? Or travel to other countries. What a great educational lesson for him. But he's trying to get to Hong Kong. He goes through North Korea. Did he call you and say, Dad, I'm going to go to North Korea, and what was your advice?
Someone at school had planted a seed that this was an option if he went there. But I would back up and say nothing Otto may or may not have done in North Korea rises to this level of punishment. And Cindy and I have made the decision that this is less about Otto now than it is about the bigger picture, the tensions between North Korea and the United States. And we're here to make sure that Otto is included in any dialogue or diplomacy with North Korea.
Why are they doing this? Are they is it because they're trying to send a message to America? They're using your son, who's a good kid?
We're not know enough about politics to know, but we think this would be just a great goodwill gesture and a good start of dialogue to release Otto now. He's been there 17 months, and you know, they said he touched a poster. Yeah. He didn't take it. He touched this poster.
Now, the last time you talked to your son was 3 months after he was detained.
We haven't talked to Otto. We've had one letter dictated by the Swedish embassy, and that was March 2nd, 2016. Otto has not been seen or heard from since then. The crime does not fit the punishment here.
What is that like for you as his parents? And you have other children at home you're trying to be strong for.
Otto is our oldest. We had kids late. I still have a 16-year-old daughter. So we said that we would be, as a family unit, get through this together and continue our life so that Otto's the only one that's in prison. But I'd lie to tell you it's not always there with all of us.
Of course, of course.
And this is what it's like. We were told early on by the past administration that we were urged to keep quiet, and we accepted that. And the idea was...
He actually said, don't go to the media, don't talk about this.
We were urged to keep quiet by the last administration. Well, they feel that doesn't... You don't get involved that way. It lets the other side solve problems and make things happen. So
it brought too much attention.
So what is your
Otto.
message? If the president now, President Trump, is watching, what is your message to him?
Bring Otto home, please. You're doing a great job. Thank you for putting the attention on something that needs to be addressed.
Well, we did get a statement from the State Department, and can we put that statement up, please? They say it's coming. The producers are coming. They say the department believes Mr. Warmbier's sentence of 15 years hard labor is unduly harsh. We continue to urge the DPRK to pardon him and grant him special amnesty and immediate release. So that is great news. I'm sure that pleases you. If your son happens to be watching, or somehow he gets the message that you're public now with this, what do you want him to know?
Otto, we love you. You're an amazing guy. Hang in there, Tiger Boy. You're coming home.
And not to worry about us, but stay strong. Stay strong, and we'll be fine as a family as soon as you get home.
You let us know what we can do. As a network, we are here to support you, and we do want to bring all Americans home, and we hope that he's home safely and that he hears your message.
This is an individual, and I know there's a bigger issue, but this is an individual who really needs to come home.
And you get the hallmark of the United States of America is to protect individuals as well as the masses. And we want to just make sure that Otto is included in any dialogue or diplomacy with North Korea.
Yeah.
He needs to come home.
And he's not just an individual. He is your son, which means he's all of our son. He is God's child, and we will be praying for your family and hope that we can bring him home safely.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.